Meghan Markle crashed Valentino Garavani's funeral in Rome uninvited, with entourage and big camera crew to film for her image rehab. Security booted her fast. No respect for the dead, just her brand. Utterly classless.
Everyone's talking about how Meghan Markle didn't get an invite to the private funeral in Rome. That, my friends, is the wrong story. The real story is that her private outreach became public, and that only happens when the room wants you exposed and not included, which is bad news for Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle just got hit with a shocking public rejection, and she's fuming. All this went down while Prince Harry was having a rough moment in a London courtroom, getting stern words from a judge not once, not twice, but 3 times. What a scene!
Meghan Markle is in California with her wanting to be in the UK husband, trying to get back to the UK. But what is so alarming to me is how Meghan continues to want to create these ripples in these other areas and parts of the world, as she did a few days ago.
While Harry was dealing with that chaos, Meghan had her own mission in motion. Sources are saying she was blowing up phones, calling top fashion insiders, desperately trying to snag an invite to Valentino's legendary funeral in Rome. But she got flat out denied. That rejection hit hard. Now the Hollywood grapevine is buzzing.
It is a lot of fun to see so much of the royal family, and in such a strategic way, to where we're learning a little bit more about them, but really their mission is to get these important causes out there.
We had to be creative, but today you click your fingers and you've got all these platforms beating a path to the doorway of Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace saying, yeah, we'll...
And insiders are spilling everything about Meghan's behind-the-scenes scramble. This isn't just about missing a funeral. This is about her whole post-royal strategy starting to crumble right in front of everyone. Here's how it all unfolded. On January 19, 2026, the fashion world lost one of its greats, Valentino Garavani, gone at 93 in Rome. Within hours, Meghan was reportedly in full hustle mode. Hollywood insider Rob Shooter dropped the bomb.
I'll tell you why I cannot stand Meghan Markle so much. After all, there are a lot of know-nothing, attention-seeking former actresses in this world. Part of it is because I do love the UK so much, and I think we effectively exported our worst cultural asset to hurt their royal family. And the other part of it, though, is the way that the media has always lapped up her obviously false claims and fed into her delusions of grandeur, which culminated in her and her husband, Prince Harry,
revealing that Meghan quietly reached out to Valentino's inner circle, trying to lock down a seat among fashion's biggest names. Think about that for a second. A fashion legend had just passed away, and instead of sending condolences, Meghan's first move was trying to score an invite. The funeral, held on Friday, January 23rd, at the Grand Basilica di Santa Maria dei Miracoli in Rome.
I have no idea where this came from, and as I told you and your producers...
I bet it came from Meghan's team. I bet you anything it came from Meghan's team. Come on.
Was set to be a high society spectacle. Tom Ford, Donatella Versace, Anna Wintour, Anne Hathaway, Elizabeth Hurley, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Even 10,000 fans came for the public viewing. What a lineup! Sources say Meghan really wanted in, and she wasn't playing around. She was laser focused on getting that invite. But here's the twist that makes it sting even more. Meghan has never once attended a Valentino runway show. She's never been part of that exclusive inner circle. Sure.
Prince Harry nearly broke down in tears in court today, weeping about Meghan Markle's misery. And he was told to stop arguing back by the judge. Well, Prince Harry was giving evidence in his privacy claim against the publisher of the Daily Mail and the Mail on Sunday in the High Court.
She's worn Valentino pieces before, but so have millions of women across the world. That's not special. This wasn't about paying tribute or showing respect. It was about access, attention, and that glossy photo moment beside Anna Wintour and Donatella Versace. She wanted to be seen, and she thought she could pull it off. Why? Because she's done it before. Back in October 2025, Meghan made waves by crashing Paris Fashion Week. She popped up at the Balenciaga show out of nowhere, and creative director Pier Paolo Piccioli later confirmed she had actually reached out and begged to get in. That stunt got her headlines, so she figured
Meghan Markle has always wanted to be an A-lister. Not adjacent, not inspired by. She wants to be on the inside. But she genuinely believed that marrying into royalty meant that she could simply just inherit elite status and that everybody would just swing the door open for her. Because the highest circles in Hollywood, royalty, fashion, finance, legacy power, it doesn't matter, your HR department, it will operate under one unbreakable rule. What happens on the inside stays on the inside, and everybody's hush hush. Nobody talks about it. Nobody hints about it. Nobody has a source close to will say that they know about.
Why not try it again at Valentino's funeral? But this time, it totally backfired. Meghan tried to use her connection with Valentino's former creative director, who worked with him from 2008 to 2024, but the fashion elite weren't having it. According to Radar Online, they shut her out completely. No secret rejection, no behind the scenes maybe next time. This was public. On January 23rd, the grand funeral went on without her.
Fashion designer Valentino Garavani once said he knows what women want, quote, they want to look beautiful. And he helped some of the most famous women in the world achieve exactly that goal. Valentino, as he was simply known, died today at his home in Rome. He was 93 years old.
Anne Hathaway delivered a heartfelt tribute that had the crowd emotional. Tom Ford, Donatella Versace, Anna Wintour, and Elizabeth Hurley all showed up. But Meghan was nowhere to be found. Thanks to leaked info, everyone saw her frantic phone campaign blow up in real time. Meanwhile, across the channel, Harry was in London facing his own storm, testifying on January 21st and 22nd in his long-running lawsuit against a major newspaper. It was brutal. He took the stand over privacy violations dating back to 2001, long before Meghan ever came into the picture. Harry's courtroom showdown was wild. He claimed his phone was hacked and his privacy invaded. Serious stuff. But instead of keeping things cool and focused on the evidence, the drama exploded fast. Harry started clashing hard with defense lawyer Anthony White, and the tension was thick. Judge Matthew Nicklin had to step in more than once, clearly losing patience. At one point, the judge told him, "You're doing what lots of litigants do. You tend to argue back. You don't have to bear the burden of arguing the case today."
Valentino's work, we're learning today he passed away at the age of 93. Let me start with showing you the announcement and how we heard about this, Reed. This came through on social media just within the last hour or so. It says, Valentino passed away today at his home in Rome, surrounded by his loved ones. It goes on to say that a funeral will take place in Rome at 11 a.m. in the coming days.
Translation? Stop arguing and just answer the question. But Harry couldn't hold back. He kept slipping into long, emotional tangents that had the whole room buzzing. Then things got even more intense. In a case that had nothing to do with Meghan, since these articles were written years before they even met, Harry suddenly broke down. His voice cracked, and he was nearly in tears as he said, "Mum, they continue to come after me. Oh. They have made my wife's life an absolute misery." Everyone in the courtroom was stunned. Why was he bringing Meghan into this old case? It's like her shout still follows him everywhere. Even when the topic isn't about her, Harry somehow turns it back to Meghan. He didn't stop there either. Harry insisted none of his friends ever leaked to the press, claiming his inner circle was loyal and solid. He said journalists like Katie Nicholl and Rebecca English had no real sources. But hold up. The photos tell a different story. Pictures of Harry hugging Rebecca English at polo matches have been floating around for years. That doesn't look like bad blood. And the irony? Massive. Harry's out here talking about privacy while dropping a 400-page memoir that exposed everything. Family secrets, private texts, royal fights, celebrity parties. He spilled it all. What a contradiction. Harry turned his personal life into a money-making machine. Millions made from interviews, a tell-all memoir, and even that 6-hour Netflix docuseries. And now, in court, he's claiming the media exploited him? Neither the judge nor the public was buying that one. The irony was just too much. And here's the real twist. Meghan didn't even bother flying to London to support him. While Harry was getting grilled in the courtroom, she was 5,000 miles away in California, busy making calls about Valentino's funeral. That alone speaks volumes about where her priorities really were. Anyone who's followed this royal roller coaster probably isn't surprised. Royal biographer Tom Bower saw it all coming years ago. He's the man behind Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors, a book packed with insider info. Bower reportedly interviewed over 80 people who knew or worked with Meghan, and he's got receipts for everything. According to Bower, Meghan has always been strategic. He calls her a social climber who uses connections for access and status. She loves being seen next to the elite, but, in his words, doesn't have the talent to stay there. The Valentino funeral fiasco is proof in real time the fashion world literally saw her working the phones, trying to turn a designer's geth into a photo op, and they shut her down cold. Bower doesn't hold back either. He summed it up bluntly. She's not talented. Those are his exact words. Even Netflix insiders reportedly caught on fast. In just the first 6 months of working with her, executives realized something was off. They'd handed her huge budgets, top-tier producers, and total creative freedom, yet nothing truly captivating came out of it. Bower explained it best. All successful lifestyle personalities share one key trait: authenticity. They connect with audiences because people believe them. But with Meghan, Bower argues, everything feels calculated, polished, and rehearsed, and modern audiences can spot fake energy instantly. Just look at Martha Stewart. She built an empire by being real. Same with Ina Garten. She started small, running a tiny food shop in the Hamptons, and built her success with heart and hard work. Meghan, though, Bower paints her as the opposite: manufactured, desperate, and constantly chasing status instead of substance. Even Gwyneth Paltrow, who gets roasted non-stop for being out of touch, at least has a real personality that people either love or love to hate. But Meghan, she's different. She's acting. It's like she's stuck playing a role she wrote for herself, pretending to be someone she's not. And the public isn't falling for it anymore. People see right through that act. Tom Bower called this long ago. He said Meghan would struggle to make it in Hollywood because she lacks the one thing money, style, and PR can't buy: genuine charisma. You can't fake it, and no amount of designer gowns or carefully curated interviews can create it. Bower also didn't hold back when it came to Harry. He said Meghan's the one steering the ship, that Harry doesn't make a move without checking with her first. And what did we just see in court? Harry bringing Meghan into a case that had nothing to do with her, turning his personal legal fight into yet another chapter about her feelings. Exactly what Bower predicted. And it doesn't stop there.
You're done. This is why the funeral story is so damaging to her. Because here's why this Valentino funeral situation is not just embarrassing for her. It's a career-defining moment, in my opinion, because funerals are sacred territory in elite circles, not just elite circles, in everybody's circle, especially if you have, a close-knit family and you're like, oh yeah, that blah, 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 everybody's very close-knit. But the moment that you see somebody that's not supposed to be there, everybody's like, why are they here? You know what I mean? Everything is handled silently when it comes to funerals, when it comes to elite circles, privately and respectfully, because that's the way people function. If Meghan Markle truly was part of this inner circle, think about it. She wants to be part of it. She thinks she is. She's a wannabe. This is one of two things that would have happened.
Every single one of Bower's Netflix predictions came true. He warned that the streaming giant would regret signing them, that Meghan's big lifestyle show would flop, and that audiences would eventually get tired of the endless victim narrative. And guess what? He was right again. Reports say Meghan's show, Love Meghan, ranked a shocking 1,217. Only about 2 million views in 4 months. Some YouTube vloggers with no PR team culling more than that every month. Her holiday special didn't do any better. It landed at 1,020th, a total disaster for someone who claims worldwide appeal. Inside sources say Netflix realized within just 6 months that their $100 million deal was a bad bet. Meghan just couldn't deliver content people actually wanted to watch. She came across as stiff, rehearsed, and totally unrelatable. Viewers weren't connecting, and the numbers proved it. Bower summed it up perfectly. She's performing, not living. Everything about her feels staged, and that's why it's not working. He even predicted her Paris Fashion Week debacle, though even he might not have guessed how tone-deaf it would be. In October 2025, Meghan was in Paris filming herself cruising through the city at night, bridges glowing, music blasting, showing off her luxury life. She even kicked her feet up on the seat, laughing and posing as the camera rolled near the Alma Tunnel, the same spot forever tied to Princess Diana's tragic accident. The backlash was instant and brutal. That spot in Paris, the Alma Tunnel, isn't just another pretty bridge. It's the exact place where Princess Diana, Harry's mother, took her last breath in 1997 while fleeing from paparazzi. And Meghan, she turned it into a photo op. She filmed herself there, smiling and treating it like a fun little sightseeing moment, then posted it to Instagram for everyone to see. The backlash hit fast, and Prince William was said to be absolutely furious. And honestly, who could blame him? Tom Bower didn't hold back when talking about it either. He said this stunt proved Meghan's complete lack of self-awareness. She doesn't seem to grasp or respect the weight of the institution she married into. For her, it's all about image, optics, and social media moments that grab attention, no matter the cost. And what's next? According to Bauer, the road ahead could get even darker. He's warning of a looming financial collapse. Reports claim Harry and Meghan have blown through nearly $38 million on projects that went nowhere. Between their massive Montecito mortgage and that ultra-luxury lifestyle, the money is reportedly drying up fast. Then there's the legal mess. If Harry loses his case against the Daily Mail, he might be forced to pay the publisher's legal fees, which could run into tens of millions of pounds. That kind of hit could leave them financially wrecked. And it doesn't stop there. Marriage struggles are allegedly brewing too. Sources say Harry has started looking toward reconciliation with the UK, maybe even reconnecting with old friends and family ties he once walked away from. Every single thing Tom Bower predicted years ago seems to be coming true right in front of everyone's eyes. Bad planning, reckless spending, and chasing fame instead of purpose, it's all catching up with them. The lesson here is clear. Being among the elite isn't just about showing up to the right events or striking the perfect pose. It's about substance, talent, and authenticity. But even after all that, Meghan's still chasing the spotlight like nothing's gone wrong. She's said to be obsessed with image, luxury, and making sure she's always seen in the right places. Meanwhile, others in Hollywood grind for years to earn respect. Meghan seems to think a camera flash is all it takes. Insiders say she plans every single social media post, from her outfits to her angles, like it's a movie shoot. But that's the problem. It all feels staged, not real. People can sense when something's fake, and that's exactly why her projects keep falling flat. No amount of money or PR polish can cover up a lack of authenticity. And poor Harry, he's caught in the middle of it all. Just like Ball the Nation's team Lisman Davis in Saturday Morning was acting as a business decision leader, a scene from business decisions to public appearances. Every move they make feels like it's coming from her playbook. And where is it best to find out what they see most? Everything Harry does seems to go through Meghan first, and that courtroom breakdown proved it loud and clear. What should have been a case focused on his issues somehow turned into another scene in Meghan's ongoing drama. And while all that chaos played out, their so-called Hollywood empire has been quietly going up in flames. Reports say they've burned through tens of millions on projects that never took off. Their Montecito mansion alone bleeds money. Endless maintenance costs, staff, luxury cars, private jet trips, and flashy parties that scream, "Look at us!" It's all stacking up, and the cash isn't rolling back in nearly fast enough. The lifestyle that once looked glamorous now just looks expensive and unsustainable. Even in the fashion world, Meghan's facing major resistance. Insiders say she's been trying to wedge her way into elite fashion events, but it's not working. She's viewed as an outsider. Her attempts to network or crash high-profile gatherings have actually backfired, leaving her feeling frustrated and, at times, exposed. While other celebrities climb with talent, creativity, or pure charm, Meghan's still banking on image. And image only lasts so long before the cracks start showing. And those cracks, they're showing big time. Fans and critics alike have started noticing a clear pattern. The practiced smiles, the stiff poses, the overly polished moments that feel staged instead of spontaneous. It's like every appearance is designed for cameras, not connection. Tom Bower's warnings about her lack of genuine charisma seem to be unfolding exactly as he said they would. right in front of the world. Unlike lifestyle icons who have that natural bond with audiences, Meghan's whole persona feels like a carefully written script. Every move planned, every word rehearsed. Even her smaller projects aren't escaping the curse. Sources say that big-name producers and streaming execs handed her solid chances, full budgets, full control, and yet the results just never hit. Ratings flop, social media engagement flatlines, and her supposed global appeal is looking more like a myth. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much money you throw around or who you know. It's about having substance. And that's exactly where Meghan keeps falling short. Meanwhile, behind the glossy smiles and PR spin, things at home are reportedly getting tense. Between legal troubles, failed business deals, and non-stop criticism from the press, Harry and Meghan are said to be feeling the pressure like never before. The dream life they chased is starting to look more like a storm they can't control. Insiders are sounding the alarm. If Harry and Meghan don't change direction soon, their finances, reputation, and influence could take some serious hits. The warning's clear. In the cutthroat world of Hollywood and high society, image and ambition only get you so far. Without real talent, authenticity, or the ability to genuinely connect with people, even millions in the bank and global headlines won't save you. And that's exactly the hard lesson Meghan and Harry are learning right now, in real time. The drama hasn't ended. It's just entering a new chapter. Reports say Harry wants to mend fences and rebuild ties with his family, while Meghan's eyes are locked on full-blown Hollywood stardom. She's chasing invites to Fashion Week, red carpet appearances, and A-list events. But those goals completely clash with Harry's attempts at reconciliation. Two totally different directions, pulling them apart. Tom Bauer saw this split coming years ago. He even said, the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. And that's exactly where things stand today. People aren't angry anymore, they're just over it. The public's not outraged, they're uninterested. The once unstoppable buzz around Meghan and Harry is fading fast. Let's zoom out and look at what's really going on. Meghan tried to use a fashion legend's passing as a way to boost her own status, making calls, working her contacts, and hoping for an invite that never came. Instead, she got shut down publicly, and the fashion world made it crystal clear. They saw right through her intentions. Meanwhile, Harry's courtroom appearance turned into a global embarrassment, getting scolded by a judge and breaking down emotionally in front of the world, all while tying it back to Meghan. It's like everything Tom Bauer warned about has unfolded exactly as predicted, step by step. Netflix pulled the plug on her show, Spotify axed their podcast, and now the fashion world's turned its back completely. Hollywood's done trying to make her happen. No one's buying the image anymore. And the pattern couldn't be clearer. Meghan keeps inviting herself to everything. Paris Fashion Week, Valentino's funeral, high society events, and every time, the answer's the same. No. The elite circles she's trying to break into don't want PR moments. They want authenticity. At the heart of it all lies the biggest issue. Harry and Meghan aren't even chasing the same dream anymore. He wants peace. She wants spotlight. And that clash might be the one thing their fame can't fix. The cracks in their empire are getting harder to hide. Behind the glamorous smiles and curated photos, insiders say the tension between Harry and Meghan is reaching its peak. Money worries, public rejection, and growing distance from both Hollywood and the royal family have turned their once power couple image into something closer to chaos. Sources close to the couple whisper that arguments are becoming more frequent, especially over direction and control. Harry reportedly wants a quieter, more meaningful life back in the UK, maybe even a chance to rebuild bridges with his brother and father. But Meghan, she's still locked in on fame, chasing fashion deals, luxury brand partnerships, and the dream of being an A-list name. It's like they're living in two completely different worlds. Hollywood insiders are starting to distance themselves too. Major studios and PR teams have apparently stopped taking their calls. One producer even said, "The buzz is gone. Nobody's fighting to work with them anymore." That's brutal. It's like the golden doors that once swung open are now quietly closing one by one. And the financial pressure? It's piling up fast. Reports claim their Montecito estate costs a small fortune to maintain. Think security, staff, private travel and luxury upkeep. But without steady income or fresh hits, it's becoming a heavy burden. Their past deals with Netflix and Spotify might have made headlines, but the lack of follow-up success is what's now haunting them. Meanwhile, Meghan's continued attempts to rebrand herself keep missing the mark. Her modern lifestyle image feels overly polished, almost artificial. Social media posts are perfectly lit and beautifully edited, yet they somehow feel empty, like she's selling a fantasy instead of sharing her real life. Fans have started to drift away, tired of the constant performance. Publicists say it's a classic case of overexposure. Too many headlines, not enough depth. Every move, every photo, every exclusive interview feels planned instead of personal. And in an era where audiences crave authenticity, that's the fastest way to lose relevance. As for Harry, he's reportedly torn, stuck between protecting his wife and wanting to rediscover his old self. Friends say he misses the man he was before all the deals, lawsuits, and media chaos took over. There's talk he might even make solo trips to the UK soon, quietly testing the waters for a possible comeback. One thing's clear, the fairy tale is cracking, and the spotlight that once made them unstoppable now feels like it's burning them out. The world's watching to see what happens next. Will they rebuild or finally break apart? Harry's looking back toward the UK, talking reconciliation and rebuilding the bridges he burned. But Meghan? She's still chasing the Hollywood dream, craving the spotlight, fashion elites, and those non-stop red carpet moments. Two totally different worlds, two totally different goals, and the tension between them is only getting worse. Tom Bower's been warning about this for years, saying this marriage was always heading for a breaking point, and now, every single week, his predictions keep proving right. He called it all. The Netflix collapse, the Hollywood cold shoulder, and America's growing exhaustion with their constant victim storyline. And now, the latest blow, Meghan getting rejected from Valentino's funeral, is just another sign that her Hollywood fairy tale is unraveling in real time. Meghan's big entertainment dreams are running out of steam fast. Her cooking show bombed hard, Netflix isn't renewing her contracts, and the fashion world's not giving her a seat at the table. She's reportedly reaching out, trying to score invites to exclusive events, even funerals, and still getting turned away. It's gone from glamorous to desperate, and people are noticing. Meanwhile, Harry's court battles are turning into full-blown public embarrassments. He's arguing with judges, breaking down over Meghan, and looking more lost than ever in front of international cameras. What was supposed to be a moment of strength has become another headline circus. Now, the global perception of the Sussex brand is worse than ever. Insiders say their name has become toxic. PR teams, studios, and even charities are keeping their distance. Nobody wants to be tied to constant controversy, and the elite circles they fought so hard to join are quietly shutting them out one by one. At this point, the real question isn't if they failed, it's how much worse it'll get before they finally fade from the spotlight. Every project, every stunt, every public meltdown keeps telling the same story. Harry and Meghan are speeding straight toward irrelevance. Are we actually watching a royal love story collapse right before our eyes? Is this the slow, painful unraveling of a Hollywood dream gone wrong? One thing's undeniable. Tom Bower saw it coming from the very beginning. And right now, reality is proving him more right than ever. If this breakdown made you look at the story differently, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives. Because this saga is far from over, and the next twist could be the biggest one yet.